that's telling them what their password is. And then they're going to get an email that tells them that the student has requested a recommendation, and it gives a link for them to go to and a username. All right. So what they'll do is they will click on this link. Now this is going to a unique website. Okay, and ask for the username and the password. Again, you're not going to be doing any of this. I'm just doing this so that you can see what it looks like from their side. All right, so it shows that one student is in there, and they may have many of these, right? They might have different students. It's important to note that they don't have to complete everything at one time. They can start working on it, log off, come back to it. So we'll click on this one, okay? And it shows what they need to complete here. They've got a school report, which has not been submitted, optional report, mid-year report, final report they're not going to do. So if we click on the school report, okay, and it says graduation date, they'll usually just put in whatever, 2013, oops. Okay. And how do you report class rank? Okay, some of your schools aren't going to even do this, but would say that they're in the decile, so put them in the, this is 10%, so top 10% of the class. And if they don't do this, it's not required, okay? So they can say none. That's completely fine. Do you report a GPA? In most cases, they're going to put no. In comparison with other college preparatory students at our school, the applicant's course selection is, and these options come up, most demanding, very demanding. Is he an IB diploma candidate? Yes or no? Then they get to rate the student in these various things. So academic achievement, extracurricular accomplishments, personal qualities and character, overall. Teachers have slightly different ones because they're more related to, you know, what they do, what the student does in class, but same kind of questions. And no disciplinary action, no convictions. Okay. Now they've got these options to put in their evaluation. How long have you known the student and in what context? That's probably only going to be a sentence long. What are the first words that come to your mind when you describe this student? Okay. And an evaluation. This is the letter of recommendation. So they can either copy and paste it into here, and they have 2,000 characters, which is pretty ample amount. Otherwise, they can upload a document. Then they have the transcript, okay, because you remember we're working on the counselor recommendation here. So then they put on upload a document, which would allow them to browse through and upload a scanned transcript. They can add another transcript. And then they affirm that I've uploaded the transcript and school report. I recommend this student with reservation, fairly strongly, strongly, enthusiastically. And Okay. Now, if they are ready to actually submit this at this point, then they're going to press the submit button. Okay. It says school forms in progress or school forms assignments complete. So since I have in these two schools, I have actually assigned the teacher and the recommendations. It's showing that these are complete because now I've submitted those invitations and the teachers have responded. Okay. Other thing you're going to note is within each of these schools, hopefully this didn't log me out. Okay, well, I can tell you, within each of these schools, you're going to have to invite the official and you're going to have to choose which, sorry about that. Okay, so within each of these schools, you're going to have to invite the official and you're going to have to choose the recommendations for each school before you submit it. If you don't, when you try to submit the college, there's going to be an error message saying you haven't chosen your teacher recommendations. And my internet is going very, very slow. All right, well, I think that basically, there you go. I think that basically gives you a feel for these school forms. Important things to note is that it's better to do it earlier. Send those invitations into the teachers. You do want to approach the teachers and make sure that they have enough information about you to write up a recommendation. But once the invitation has been sent, then the ball's in their court. And well, I only have Yo-Yo here. But this one says I must have only one teacher. I must select one or more teachers below. So this college only requires one teacher recommendation. But if I have another one, then I'll be able to put this in. The counselor recommendation will go to all schools automatically. One other thing I just want to show you is when we go to the signature page on the left here, it tells you, if there's any errors, anything that hasn't been completed. Once we complete all of that, then you'll be able to go here and you'll see all your colleges and you'll be able to click Print Preview. And that creates a PDF